Over the last two seasons, 2012 and 2013, arable farmers have had all sorts of problems based on the weather. In 2012 the rain started in April and it rained all the way through to December, so that caused real problems with the 2012 harvest, impacting hugely on the yield and also on the quality of the crop. So 2012 was not a good year for yield. Of course, because the rain continued through to December, the autumn establishment and drilling was affected substantially as well. So actually the yield in 2013 wasn't too bad. Because the area was low, we ended up again with a fairly small crop, just over 12 million tonnes. The implication of this on the business is that there's less to sell, so therefore there's less turnover, therefore there's less money in the business and lower profitability. 2 years of lower profits for arable farmers. Most arable farmers in Great Britain had some kind of impact, however great, because of the weather. So farmers need to really work hard to catch up on that in 2014. Every opportunity that a farmer has to keep the yields as high as possible, to retain that yield potential that a crop has all the way through from now until harvest time, really needs to be grabbed and protected. The other thing, of course, to protect is quality. Any opportunity to make sure that the grain quality is as high as it possibly can be at harvest time is going to create the opportunity to add value to whatever they have to sell throughout the marketing season. We don't know at this stage what the grain price is going to be when a farmer comes to sell it after harvest time. It looks like it's going to be lower than it was this time last year, but that arguably is an even greater incentive to make sure there's more in the barn, because if there's less value, if you want to make the same profit, it's firstly to make sure they don't skimp. Saving costs throughout the course of the growing season could save £1 or £2 at the end of the year in variable costs, but the impact on yield could be substantially greater, costing a whole lot more than the saving that's been achieved. Make sure your approach is preventative, using whatever technology is available before a problem arises. Keeps you in control as well. With winter cereals having gone in the ground in good conditions, it's really important for arable farmers to make sure they keep hold of that potential, keep the yield up all the way through until harvest time. This is the year where they can play catch up and get their farm business back square again to where it should be. In summary, we're in a situation, arable farmers have had 2 years where their harvests have been lower than they had planned or anticipated or worked towards. They have to play catch up in terms of profitability and balance sheet as well. We now have a situation where a fairly large arable crop, winter crop, has gone in the ground. The condition is for most people fairly good. That condition needs to be protected, the yield potential needs to be looked after, so that come harvest 2014 the farmer will have plenty of grain to sell. Even if the prices are low, if they've got a full barn, there's a greater opportunity for them to add value, bring those profitabilities back up, hopefully to where they are budgeting for them to be.